The effects of the sakona are almost immediate. Now the symbiosis with the magical dimension of the jungle is almost absolute. From their psychedelic vantage point, they can see the spirits of the jungle without being vulnerable to their influence and being united with their moresby, a part of the soul of this anima which lives in a particular animal of the forest, making it his protector. They frequently go on these journeys to the world of the spirits. Almost every day, these anima feel a need to transform into their totemic animals and visualize through its eyes the other reality of their existence. Under the protection of their ritual paintings, the hunting parties move deeper into the dense vegetation of the oldest primeval forest in the world. Along with the Amazon, it forms part of the largest lungs of the planet, a resource which belongs to all humanity and which we all have the obligation of preserving. The hunters remain immobile on the lookout, waiting for some prey to move in order to launch into attack. Quickly, the sounds return to the jungle. The animals regain confidence, are unaware of the presence of a superior intelligence which immediately interprets every noise they make. Man is out hunting, and even the jaguar king seeks refuge in the shadows of the jungle, unable to compete against the superiority of humans. These anima move around an enormous area. They can be found near any river in the southern part of the Guyana massif, mainly in the Caura basin. This powerful river, a tributary of the Orinoco, has many rapids and cataracts, which makes it difficult to navigate, and so for outsiders to penetrate into one of the least explored areas of Venezuela. Its waters are dangerous. The strong currents of the river form powerful whirlpools capable of swallowing a man. The hunting parties also take advantage of the night. This is when the jungle is at its most dangerous. The majority of predators hunt in the dark, including the terrible mapanare, one of the most poisonous snakes in the world, whose bite is always fatal. But these anima know their way around this world they have dominated for over 3,000 years. rising in Canarakuni. The fog lifts and the Sari-Sari-Nyama Tepui majestically appears. The young Yekwana Makiritare, the neighbors of the Sanema, are preparing their blowpipes. They make sticks with the dried stalks of palm leaves and plane them to form thin, pointed darts around 15 centimeters in length. At the rear of the darts, they roll fibers similar to cotton in texture of precisely the same thickness as the diameter of the blowpipe. When they blow, the fibers receive the pressure of the air, and the dart is launched at great speed. Here, everyone uses the resources provided by the forest vegetation. Before setting out to hunt, they must make the small darts poisonous. By themselves, they would be useless. They make incisions in the bark of a tree called tunare and wait until an extremely poisonous orange resin oozes out. Then they dip the sharp tips of their darts in the viscous poison, turning them into the most efficient of weapons. Just a slight wound from one of these lethal darts could end the life of a man. They are expert mimics capable of imitating the songs of almost all the birds they know. They hunt all types of birds. For the Yekwana, everything that flies is edible. Their favorites are the toucans and the mokors, the tongues of which they assure us are a real delicacy. From Canarakuni, we fly over the Sari-Sari-Nama Tepui. Up there, the vegetation is just as down below, but this tepui contains an extraordinary phenomenon. Here is the largest crevice in the world, and the fourth in absolute depth. The surface of the plateau is scarred by deep crevices, and the largest crevices are formed by the collapse of sandstone rock. The largest is 352 meters across, 350 meters deep, and 502 meters in diameter at the bottom. They were formed by the collapse of enormous cavities of sandstone rock. They have their own drainage system formed by watercourses that begin on the walls and edges and end by disappearing underground. Near to Sari-Sari-Nyama, the Canarakuni and the Merivari come together to form the river Caura. Its waters plunge down the Para Falls, one of the most spectacular cataracts in Venezuela, and a sacred place for the native Indians.